12 second chance points. They have dominated the offensive glass. Third meeting of the season between these teams. Here's Clark, snaking it into Boston. And
on that side of the floor in the first half, he said ABC defense is what he's challenging them to do, more help and making sure that everyone's communicating on the perimeter to continue to defend the three.
All right, thank you very much, Angel. Slide it in, Billings draws two. Mitchell, a good look from three. That one won't go. And the rebound by Canada. Gray with a lot of space. Can't hit. Clark Clark draws Hillman, backs away, shakes, drives, and lays it in. Boy, her hesitation.
Did that switch really, really well.
Stephanie White was emphasizing that to us before the game, how good Caitlin's been getting to the rim this year and wants even more of it from her. As Billings gets called for the foul, and that will be her. Stephanie White, Caitlin Clark.
Right, Ruko eating Manuka.
Clark off to Boston, gets it back. Hands it back to Boston. Mitchell using the screen. And they're going to call that on Boston, and that will be her fourth. So now you got real issues if you are successfully thus far. Boston goes to the bench. Now will the Fever handle these minutes without Boston? Here's Gray fading, can't hit. And that's going to be an offensive foul, a loose ball foul on Angel Reese.
Phenomenal box out by Myisha Hines-Allen. I mean, that's what you push a lot of different players in the league under the rim.
Clark separates, step back, and buries it. 8 of 10 from the... She has 19. Howard gets fouled. That'll be on Hull, and that will be...
Positioning.
Howard hits the first. Atlanta 108-101 win. A high-scoring game here today. First game, New York and LA. The Liberty and the Sparks. Billings gives it up. Hull flags it down. Clark coming back to it. Circling, dishing, Hines-Allen hitting on the jumper. Good productive offensively. And finishes.
Hillman kind of sneaked behind. See her open in the lane.
Clark wiggling, harassed by Canada. The player, not the country. Oh, couldn't grab it. Just a little too far out in front of her from Hines-Allen. Reese in transition, lays it in. Clark launches. Battling for the rebound, and it's going to stay right here as Hull's effort helps force the foul against Atlanta. Much run today after she was great the other day. Hines-Allen did not take that three. Shot clock fading now. Clark gets some space, rips it out, and Mitchell...
She is capable. I understand that she wasn't feeling comfortable in that moment, but she has to feel comfortable in that moment.
Well, you talked about it before. Billings and Hines-Allen have to shoot some of those for Indiana. Reese lays it in. Atlanta. Watch it on ESPN and Disney Plus and stream it live on the ESPN app. Can't wait to hear that sit down that you had with...
20 straight minutes of what's your voice doing? What's going on there? Just nothing but ribbing from my 4 children for 20 minutes after that 20-second clip.
Canada dumps it into Reese. Shot clock at 3. Reese gets denied by Timpson emphatically. And a shot clock by... Here's Clark, gets fouled by Canada. By the way, for Clark, 5 assists already. That's 55 consecutive games that she has had at least 5 assists. Mitchell into the paint. Gets denied. Here's Gray. Gray meets Hines Allen and finishes. The lead is as they have really taken advantage of Boston on the bench in foul trouble. Clark back to Hines Allen. Hines Allen contested long too. There's no reason to take that with that much shot clock left. Gray all the way in. Can't finish. Reese, a 1,000 career rebound. The fastest in WNBA plateau. That last hits Atlanta and will stay here, but Indiana out of sorts here in this third. And Boston back in with 4 fouls, but Stephanie White could not afford to keep her on the bench any longer. Reese rims out on a 3. And Caitlin Clark just lost the basketball out of her hands. A lead. They've totally dominated this third. Foul. Hillman lost the handle. It squirms out to Howard. Howard gets a clean look from 3. A fortuitous hop, and Howard, Atlanta run. Here's Clark into Boston. Boston got hit, no call. Gets it back. Can't lay it in, but gets the whistle. And free throws here for Aaliyah Boston.
Coming down the floor, Aaliyah Boston.
Version of Indiana going small. Boston at the Mitchell, Johnson, and Clark.
Response again to Atlanta going small as well.
Here's Pow. Into the corner, Gray. No. Rebound Boston. Flings it ahead as it knocked away. That's 5 turnovers in this quarter for Clark. Borlase can't finish it. Raven Johnson, a terrific job on the glass to knock it away.
And Aaliyah Boston to not get a foul. She continued to retreat on that drive.
Clark doesn't take the 3, instead drives it, dishes. Boston has it knocked away. Atlanta creating all kinds of turnovers in this quarter. And now a jump ball. Indiana has turned it over 8 times in the third.
Just the relentlessness from Atlanta, especially in this quarter. The active hands, they've been physical.
Howard able to control it off the tip. Atlanta with a 6-point lead, 2:30 to go in the third. Howard turns the corner, can't scoop it in. Boston the rebound. Here comes Clark. Clark getting downhill in a blur will lay it in. 21 points for Caitlin Clark.
We'll see if that's Aaliyah Boston with that foul trouble. She's been outstanding, not allowing it.
Pow again. Tahina Pow is 3 of 3 from 3. 7-point Atlanta lead. She's just such an accurate 3-point shooter. Boston putting it on the deck, lays it in, puts the foul, but they will call the foul.